If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 183 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15 after guaranteeing ourselves progression through to the Europa League final in yesterday's episode. We actually come back to arguably more important matters here on the domestic front. It's Barclays Premier League action again. We are currently fourth, which is the minimum where we want to finish this season. Obviously, fourth will guarantee us the chance to have a crack at getting through to the Champions League group stage via the playoffs, and if we can finish third or higher, then we'll go through to the Champions League group stage immediately and not have to worry about qualifying at all. But if we can, I just want top four. I don't care whether it's second, third or fourth. I just want top four. But Goodison Park has not been the happiest of hunting grounds for us. And obviously in a recent episode we played Crystal Palace and they had a couple of ex-Cambridge United players from this particular series. Everton have an ex-Cambridge United player from this series as well. In between the sticks in goal, Fabian Torres. He was going to be our Wonder Kids goalkeeper that came from the youth system. In the end, he didn't grow as we'd hoped, and we sold him to Everton, but he started for them today, and I think he has started against us in a couple of games previously, but he wasn't able to stop us from taking a 1-0 lead early on in this game. But Everton were going to come straight back at us. James McCarthy into Sido Berahino. Lovely back heel to play the 1-2, but luckily my new goalkeeper, Marcus Hutchinson, was on hand to make a decent save. But Everton were going to continue to come at me here. Ross Barkley involved this time. Obviously scored an absolute cracker for Everton in real life on Saturday in the opening Barclays Premier League weekend. An extremely good goal. Hoping he won't do the same here, but he is in that sort of range on the edge of the box. Plays it through to McCarthy though. I could have sworn he was by a yard or so offside. In editing, slowing it down, he looked as if he was still about half a yard offside. Have a look at the footage again if you want, and you let me know whether you think James McCarthy is offside there. I think that goal shouldn't have counted, and they came close to making it 2-1 there with Ross Barkley's shot flashing just wide. Everton, as you can see, after we went 1-0 up, really dominated the rest of the first half. Ross Barkley again on the edge of the box into Darren Gibson. Somehow we aren't able to clear it properly. Ross Barkley has a good shot, but fortunately the goalkeeper is able to spare my blushes there when we get it away, and maybe even have the chance of a counter-attack. Adarabioyo has been in fantastic form for us recently. Kwesi Appiah is going to try and get this back round the corner to Callum Wilson, turn inside the defender Dominguez, and a brilliant save from Fabian Torres stops us from taking a 2-1 lead after they almost took a 2-1 lead at the other end. So into the second half we go. It was a little bit slower getting started this one than the first 45. I think the amount of effort everybody put in towards the end of that first half kind of took it out of them even with a break. But Ross Barkley scores a cracker in this one as he did on Saturday, smashing it into the top corner from the edge of the box. Everton do have a 2-1 lead now, so we're going to try and get ourselves back on level terms if we can and do the role reversal from the first half. We went in front, they equalised. They've gone in front. Can we equalise? Adarabioyo's in behind, but he didn't put enough power on it, and we weren't able to get ourselves back level there. And I tried to keep it in, but I couldn't quite do it. We have a free kick on the edge of the box here, and I wasn't too confident of getting it up and down over the wall and back into the back of the net, so I decided to play it short, lay it off to Callum Wilson. His shot is well saved by the goalkeeper, but Kwesi Appiah is on hand. Question of offside about him as well, but I think you'll see from the replay he definitely wasn't offside. You see there's a defender that drops with him, and as the shot came in he was onside and then drifted further towards the ball and beyond the defensive line as they stepped, and he was left on his own there on the edge of the 6-yard box to equalise and give us a point away from home against Everton. However, that isn't the sort of result we wanted. We wanted a win to guarantee ourselves to stay in that top four. We've got Hull City away from home now in the second game of the episode. We're down to 5th. Arsenal on 67 and Newcastle on 67, both within touching distance. We need to guarantee ourselves a win here. If we get a win here, we're still in with a shout of finishing in the top four. But we cannot afford to lose this game. Not at all. Hull City have denied us the opportunity for Champions League football already in this series. I think it was last season that they were the side we dropped points against that allowed Arsenal to pip us to 4th place last year. That meant that we had to come into the Europa League for a second season this time around. We have done very well in the Europa League this season, second time around, but obviously, I want to play in the Champions League, so we'll try and get ourselves a victory here if we can against Hull. Pelson doing as best he can to twist and turn and get away from the defenders. He's trying again and again and again to try and find a gap. Good save down low by Guilherme, though, from Johannes Geist to start us off, and we aren't able to take the lead as early on as we were in the Everton game. But Baraki with a lovely little bit of skill there to get past the defender. Good cross, good header from Pelson, but again, brilliant save by Guilherme. Are we seeing the goalkeeper do exactly the same to us this season as he did last season when it comes to the crunch time at the end of the Barclays Premier League campaign? I certainly hope not. Timo Werner coming through, Georgiev involved, going to try and play it through to Pelson, shoots first time, and that was not far away at all, very close to giving us a 1-0 lead. Still coming forward, we have not dominated a game like this for quite a while. Jones into Johannes Geist, he has the shot from the edge of the box. Guilherme makes another good save and pushes it to safety, and then they clear their lines. We're into the second half now. Hull City having a go forward. Athanasiadis plays it into Campagna. Lovely turn by him on the edge of the box. He's going to get the shot in, takes a deflection, but Hutchinson reacts well to dive down and tip it around the post on the edge of the goal there. But we're coming forward again through Sadio Mane this time. Down the right-hand side, he's going to stand the cross in with a Rabona cross. Georgiev with a diving header, but takes all the pace off it. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get enough power on it to beat the goalkeeper at the near post, and what a goal that would have been to put us inside the top four. A Rabona cross with a diving header finish, but Marco Palenz, our German right back, powering down the right hand side. He tries to cross this time. Georgiev with the header again, good save, but it drops to Pelson. This time he isn't able to get it safe, and he's been in form since the day he stepped into the club, Yusuf Pelson, scoring goals almost every single game. Gives us the 1-0 lead that we so craved in this one. We've had so many chances. A second goal will go down very nicely indeed, but unfortunately Guilherme continued to make save after save, and 70 minutes in, we have to maintain a 1-0 lead and be happy with that for now. But can Pelson, despite running past the ball, help us get a second? So much space over on the far side for Timo Werner. Good shot, well saved, and he does recover. A diving header attempt from Pelson trying to get the ball into the back of the net, but he wasn't able to get there. But we did get the 1-0 victory that we needed to keep us in touch with Newcastle and Arsenal above us, which is very, very important indeed, and even more so important, as you'll be able to tell from what happens after this squad report. But if there's anybody in particular you want to have a look at in this squad report, then of course feel free to pause the video and have a closer look. Musasio's physical stats have started to drop thanks to his injury, but hopefully in the next season he will at least maintain those physical stats, if not recoup them. Again, similar situation with Julian von Hark. His physicals have gone down thanks to an injury, but everybody is growing very nicely. Yusuf Pelson's up 3, so Stryle Georgiev continuing to grow. Callum Wilson's unhappy, wants to leave, and I will probably sell him next season and bring in a replacement and keep Kwesi instead, rather than moving Kwesi on and keeping Callum Wilson. So Kwesi Appiah, the kind of cult hero of this entire series, can stay at the club and hopefully retire here, or at least be here until we end the series for FIFA 16. And Yusuf Ivaz has gone up 1 as well. Everybody's growing quite nicely, but there is an extremely important thing to bring to your attention in the next highlight, and it's coming in just a second. If you enjoyed today's episode though, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We hit 80,000 subscribers yesterday, which is absolutely fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough for that milestone. You'll have to let me know if you want any sort of special video, but the reason I said wait until this next highlight, we have Arsenal on the final day. We've got the Europa League final next, which will of course come as a live come on Wednesday. Then the final day is against Arsenal at home, and the league table looks like this eventually when it loads. I don't know whether your games do this as you move a few seasons through. It takes forever to be able to actually navigate around the menu once you back out of something like that. But Arsenal on the final day at home, and it is effectively winner takes all for the Champions League. You'll see from the league table, we're actually in 3rd right now, but Newcastle and Arsenal have a game in hand. If they both win that, we'll go back down to 5th, but if Arsenal lose to us on the final day, we will guarantee ourselves Champions League football. So our fate is in our own hands. And in fact, if Arsenal or Newcastle drop points on the penultimate round of fixtures, we could even only need a draw against Arsenal to guarantee ourselves Champions League football for next season. It's all going down to the final 2 episodes. Europa League final next, and then we'll have the final game of the season against Arsenal on Friday, and then who knows whether we'll be in the Champions Champions League final for next season. Fingers crossed we will. We are in the better position right now. All depends what happens on that final day. I can't believe it's come down to this again. The final game is going to decide Champions League football or no Champions League football for the second season in a row. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like I say, if you enjoyed, of course, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. I'll be streaming Football Manager tonight as well, so follow the link in the description to my Twitch channel and to my Twitter as well. Definitely follow me over there. But for now, I'll see you next time.